This introductory video will show you how you can search your trim, either your audit or billing logs. These are the logs that are actually output in text files, which you can find by just clicking on the search button here. When you find them, you'll find that there's an audit logs directory, normally called that, and underneath them there will be the particular years included in the object, so that you can actually choose from a wide range of events that are listed here. And those events we've broken down in some instances, like the electronic document transactions, into sub-events because there is a range of the transactional events, but also the same with the trim objects, because increase or decrease the amount of searching that we want to do by the particular object we want to search on. So if I wanted to see what location objects were created for a particular time, and I'm going to actually choose a number of years here, so I'm going to say from 2006 till now, I'm going to do a search, and you can start to see that we've actually got a reasonable number of location objects that have been created. In this instance, we're going through the years, the different log files. Now that we've finished the search, you can see that we've found 227 entries, and I can scroll down those entries to see the details. I can open up the columns, I can sort by the columns, I can go out and have a look at more information. If you have an exhaustive log, you can also see when you have the logs, you've got the ability to do a number of different things. You can either print the log information out, or you can export it to a tab delimited file for later manipulation. With the searches, you can improve the search criteria. With the trim objects in particular, you have a range of different objects that you can search on and information that you can search on within the object. In this example, I'm going to search on Henderson objects, and I'm going to search for anything that was created with Henderson, and in this instance I'm going to make it a search over the complete range of logs we have. Now I'm doing the search, and you can see that we've created one here, and we also have got one here. And in this instance we need to determine which is which, because you can see that one is created in a non-standard format and the other one is in a standard format. As the logs runs in parallel, we can actually go and check that information even before the searching's finished, and see how the different officer was involved in the creation of the object, and the information we need to make decisions about what we need to do with the object. I can, if I want to, I'll just remove that text search. I can include an action officer associated with it. So in this instance, I'm just going to choose an officer. I have the ability to include and exclude. So if I actually do the search now, I'm searching for locations. I'm searching over our whole database. You can see that there is a number of objects that have already been found. If I stop that search now and go back and say what I'd like to do is to exclude that person and do the search, you'll find now that the objects are not being created because that person is the main administrator in the system and they've done most of the creation of the objects. We do have the option to remove, and we can search on, in this instance I'm going to search on the record subsection, include that and do my search again. And because Chris Stokes is involved in the record subsection, he's actually shown up in the list of users. I go back and say to exclude the record subsection. You see that there's no objects coming back because we can actually exclude a whole section when we're doing the searches and all the location objects underneath. In this example we're going to search on trim record objects that have been added. I'm going to search just in the last year to see. I'm going to do a search on this particular record. There is a number of those records that are available, and if I do the search I can see those objects when they were created. And again, if I have a exhaustive log, even when I'm processing, I can go through and have a look at the details of what was actually performed. You can include locations as distinct from action users, which are the location objects that get created. You can also include record types to say which record types you particularly want to be searched on. Thank you very much for watching the introduction to logs and trim.